Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Fumex Gaming here, and today, well, not today, last night, we got the Omegasha, and I'm gonna break it down for you guys if it's pull or skip. Um, the Omega Gacha, as you can see, it is an Omegamon specifically banner. And the only Ultra here are 4 Omegamons, which are the Omegamon Alter B, the brave one, the Deft Omegamon, the Devoted Omegamon Zwart, and the brave Omegamon, which was the first one that came to the game. I'm gonna break it down a little quick here. Alter B, he stat-wise he has 8.9k HP. He has 6.9k power, which is very high. 3.4k defense and 30 speed. He doesn't have special plugins. His skills, he has in his main skill, he deals damage to 3 enemies. He ignores enemy block, and he hits 3.5 times the damage during a crit. Keep that in mind. His sub-skill, he deals damage to 2 enemies, reduces buffs of 2 enemy targets by 5 turns, and increases his own block rate by 60% for 7 turns. Then his passive is he increases his own crit rate by 80% for 7 turns. It can't be nullified by what's it called, build summon, which is more usable now and all that. And he has also nullify freeze effects on himself permanently. And he has another one on his passive. When your remaining health is below 50%, you will receive he will remove shock, paralysis, freeze, stun, sleep, poison, burn, error, skill lock, and blind from himself. He also has a damage limiter to 3 times 500 damage each for 5 turns that can be nullified pretty easily. And he increases his own power by 120% permanently, and that effect is once. I think this is when he gets the status cure. He basically, Alter B is Alphamon Oryuken, but on steroids, because he can hit harder and all that. But Omegamon is being used a lot, like a lot, and it's not worth it because he depends on critting, and if he doesn't crit, he can't basically do much. He's just another Omegamon, like the brave one or like the deft one that we're gonna talk about in a few. If it weren't that he didn't need to crit, or at least, okay, let me say that right. If Omegamon Merciful Mode wasn't used this much, this is a must-have. But since Omegamon Merciful Mode is pretty much seen in almost every team, it's not usable that much because you can't take advantage of Alter B main skill. Plus his sub skill, it only deals damage to 2 enemies, and you can reduce those enemy targets buffs by 5 turns. That is good, but since it's just 2 enemies, like, it is not that worth it. In my opinion, it is not the best choice to pull, at least for me. If you want to pull him, hey, he looks very good on paper, but I don't think he will be used much until Omegamon Merciful Mode stops being used. So keep that in mind. Now, for the Deft Omegamon, we have 11.5k HP, 5.2k power, 3.4k defense, and 25 speed. this Omegamon has his own plugin pack, which give him power and crit and defense and HP. Let's get down to the skills real quick. His main skill, he deals damage to 2 enemies. He reduces enemies buffs by 3 turns and has 50% chance to inflict stun on 2 enemy targets. His sub skill, he deals damage 3 times, maybe to a single target or random targets. He ignores enemy block and he increases his own crit rate by 40%. His passive, he says, allows you to reduce cooldown time after using a skill by 50% one time. That's for 5 turns. And he has the damage limiter as well. 1k damage for 5 turns. I mean, same as the Alter B. Like, he only attacks 2 enemies in both. Well, he attacks 2 enemies in one skill, and he might attack only 1 enemy with the sub skill. He looks decent. He looks pretty tanky, that much I can say. But same as the Alter B, I don't think he will be most used. His sub skill, well, no, he doesn't crit. He doesn't need to crit. But still, it says increases his own crit rate. And you know that with Omegamon Merciful Mode, you can't basically crit anything. So, if I were to say, it is a 50-50. You can pull if you like him, but don't expect for Alter B to be a difference maker in the battle park at least. So, yeah. Me personally, I'm gonna skip. As much as I like the Alter B, but there's another Alter B, which is the Tenacious one, and I think the Tenacious one is much better because he can basically go through the damage limits and damage limiters and all that. So if you want me to give you an advice, I suggest to wait for the Tenacious Alter B. He is a better choice. I don't know. That's how I think. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. I know it's a short video and all that, but yeah, I wanted to break it down real quick for you guys, and I hope you guys this information was useful for you. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, and you guys take care. Peace.